My name is DDK, and I'm with James. And we're excited for this one. I think Crazy going to take this. I am with Chad. I think that there's going to be a pounding efforts.
Interesting, but early for that.
Let's see what DreamEaters can put together here. They're going to be rushing up towards middle, and Hunter's going to hear the steps. He's going to understand what's going on. He'll call that information to his teammates, and he's going to pop out. Oh, God, that's one quick headshot, and he gets it for free.
Off angle from the pillar. Super Mario Brothers in CT spawn, and DreamEaters, they're alive for now. That's quite a nice frag, and they've got themselves almost an open B bomb site. Otto, he's been a problem so far for a number of teams here. Trying to deliver another kill. He's done some damage, but no frag. Nexa has much to do. Maybe the HE will help him. Coming up top mid at the moment. Got a sound cue or two, but he won't know where all three players are. Where does he choose to... well, does he choose to use the HE? He's got to go in with the gun first. Nothing doing just yet. I like the attempt. Go towards the middle pillar. Not much damage done. I don't know where he is. He could use the smoke to try and stop a crossfire. Flash goes out first. In he goes. Around double stack, and Kinky from the back will be enough. DreamEaters take the pistol.
Good stuff from DreamEaters. Really nice start. That's definitely what they need. We did see that Crazy struggles against North on the Inferno matchup yesterday. Of course, there was a quadruple overtime in which they showed that they could adjust. So it wasn't that they were just very static in the way they played this map. They can adjust. They can learn their opponents. And interestingly, DreamEaters, they've shocked all of us. So I'm really, absolutely, of course, open to seeing something fantastic from them. This is the stage to do it on, and I'm excited now that they've got this good start. We've got the force buy from Crazy. Of course, we all know it to be a strong, very strong map, one of the strongest for a force buy on the CT side in the second round. Kinky's going to be up top. Beautiful flashbang will deny him any vision, but Esperanto cannot capitalize with a kill. They're somewhat aggressive with these pistols. Oh, there's the flash. Oh, he doesn't get anything. Good stuff here from DreamEaters. It's one hurdle dealt with.
We haven't seen the DreamEaters matches of this stage of the tournament so far. We watched them at the minors where there were some pretty shocking holes in their game. The same with Simon Gaming, where they could easily make, with the right person giving them some info, they could easily make strides in their games, and they've taken some teams by surprise here. On the CT side of Dust 2, for example, they were extremely over-aggressive back in the minor. And it was pretty standard stuff for Simon Gaming to win those T rounds. So looking forward to seeing how that's changed once we get to the second map. But still at the first, DreamEaters are clearing out the B bomb site, leaving Letny and Otto to hold on to what they have and try and make use of these in the next round.
Yeah, really nice anti-force buy from DreamEaters. They keep it pretty clean. I don't think they'll be too concerned with two players saving here. You could make the argument that it might not even be worth risking a player. And you've got to be really careful here. Crash is not going to want to walk through that choke point, even with the MAC-10. It's not all too favorable. And again, it's only two pistols surviving potentially. Sviat will close the distance, as will Crad. Maybe they will be able to find something here. Ooh, there you go. That's a good open, but you can see the pistol. Dangerous. Sviat will get his, and there's the finish on the last one. So beautiful work there. They'll sacrifice only one player for removing all the weapons in this following round for Crazy, as they need to go for a full save. So I'm really excited here because, again, both DreamEaters and Simon Gaming have been so surprising in what they've been able to deliver. They were so many people's 0-3 picks going into the pick'ems.
I hope that box under the monitor has got like toffee in it or something. Some kind of treat. You get an ace. Well, actually, you shouldn't never tamper with the setup during a round. But look at the difference of how high that monitor is, and Nexa's monitor is as low as it could possibly be, as is his chair. So when you're sitting next to a teammate at a table on LAN, one of the greatest advantages is that you can just have a quick glance at your teammates' monitors to see what's going on. Keep an eye on things. So if you're like playing together on a bomb site, you generally sit next to each other so you can have a glance over. But that's the most difficult glance possible. Almost touching the floor with his gamer chair, and the other monitor is almost touching the ceiling. Quite a challenge there. I think we've got a tech pause at the moment. Indeed we do. But I think the unpause is about to come through. Nothing's been purchased, save for a HE grenade for Crazy. See what they choose to do with it. 9 of the 10 players have voted yes for an unpause. We wait for number 10. DreamEaters 6% in the pick'em predictions to the 94 of Crazy. I haven't Crazy my pick'ems. I didn't even realize. I actually forgot. We went to look at Dan's pick'ems and he hadn't confirmed them, so he's got no pick'ems.
Seems like I didn't press the accept button. I feel like it should understand that if you drag him in there, it's locked in.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive. You feel like
archaic.
Yeah, it is.
Please help out. Please help me.
There it is. But yeah, but do the map stuff first. Cheers.
Well, it's the full save. Only an HE bought by Esperanto. I always wonder about these single HEs.
You've got a CZ on Hunter as well.
Because it seems like you're taking away a potential smoke grenade or something like that from the full buy next round.
At least they seem to have some purpose with it here. You can see they're all mostly around that top mid position. Normally it's like the odd thing here or there, and there's no coordination, but they have a plan in mind, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Here he goes. Some utility from DreamEaters. There's the mid take. And, well, there we go. Pistol setup. The crossfire's looking really good here. Isolating some of these players. We get 3 kills going the way of Crazy. 2 versus 2, but isolated on the porch roof. Otto can't do anything else. And now it's down to Letney. Letney's got some fantastic pistol aim. We're going to see some great flicks from him, but you can see that Kinky's waiting for the response, and he's going to find it and deal with it. 3-0 for DreamEaters, but I have to say, that was really good damage for Crazy. They made up the investment that they expended just through the kill bonus alone, and here comes their full buy. Yeah,
considering all the utility that DreamEaters dumped on the chain flashes and so on, getting 3 kills out of that was very impressive, and it could have easily been worse if the timing was better for the last Crazy player. So many rifles on the floor, not really anywhere to dispose of them, and it's not really safe to do so in such an exposed position. Anyway, we move on. It's round number 4, the first buy round for Crazy. They've got pretty good utility, the AWP on Otto as well. Let's not forget how brazen he was in their last game of Inferno for Crazy. I do wonder if we will see such plays here, or if something more traditional will happen. They'll start with 3 towards B Crazy, but Hunter's already made his way back towards the A-bomb site after contributing some grenades. DreamEaters poking in the apartments at the moment and looking to clear top banana.
He's up onto top mid for DreamEaters to take some space there, and Otto will be forced back a little bit, playing towards Library now. So the CTs are playing the deepest positions on the A side, and they are, it looks like there's going to be a play here. Nice flashbang out, it's always a good one. You can see, pretty effective. Oh man, Crad will take down Hunter straight away on the A-bomb side. That's a big pick. Otto has to go close. Nice, takes one down, has to fall back behind the smoke. He's going to play retake with his teammates, but Sviat will surprise him. Not expecting a player to come late round arch, and that's going to be the save called now for Crazy. DreamEaters. The interesting thing I have to say, James, is that oftentimes when you see a team, let's say, we saw DreamEaters, 3 weeks ago at the Minors, more or less. You see their level, as you said, you see some of the holes in their game. You don't necessarily expect that all that can be fixed within a period of a month. For most teams, the progress is a lot slower, if of course it's not a team that has a lot of support behind it. And
yeah, but I think with most teams, they are at a place where there aren't as many simple things to fix as we saw from DreamEaters. Like honestly, on the CT side of Dust 2, they were just constantly holding the W button, going through long doors, having people stand there on T side and just shoot them for free, and just things like that, which were just way too. Things were turned up just way too much. So I think toning things down in that respect could lead to quick advancements. I think most teams are beyond that kind of thing already, so their improvements are a lot smaller and a lot shorter, but DreamEaters could easily have they had some big holes that they could plug and make a dramatic step forward. I think this series is going to be scrappy. So I'm a bit late in saying it. It's a 4-0 to DreamEaters, when most people have said they think they're going to get battered by Crazy, but I don't know. I think it's just one of those odd matchups, especially with where DreamEaters are at. That said, I haven't seen any of the DreamEaters games, but I mean, the fact that they're still in a tournament in itself is shocking based on what we saw at the Minors.
Yeah, again, it's just credit to them for making the improvements they needed to make. But not only that, for being able to not just get a win, because when you get an upset win, sometimes when you're a huge underdog and you don't have the experience, like nearly anything close to the experience of the other players you're playing against, like the likes of Vitality and NRG and so on, you can kind of get ahead of yourself if it to you is so far beyond your expectation to do that well, and that can be distracting. But they seem so focused, and that's really a good sign for me as far as their mentality goes, because they clearly are here to get to the playoff stage. Like, that's clearly their goal. It's not just to get into the major, which they've worked so hard to do, and again, credit to them for that. So I'm really impressed with what they are bringing to the table so far. And they've got this good start, but, you know, crazy, they're yet to really get going. We haven't seen a full buy from them. They are going to force, well, not sorry, force. They're going to go for the half buy here. So they've got a decent buy around the saved rifles from the previous round. So they are offering up quite some firepower, but that's going to be circumvented entirely because DreamEaters are going for a set piece towards this B-bomb site.
2 rifles for Crazy. 1 flash on Esperanto, but 4 of the players are towards the A bomb site. And the utility usage towards B is to try and encourage DreamEaters to rotate, and that's exactly what they're doing. Into Nexa, can't get a multi-frag this time, but we know he's good for it, and maybe we'll see it in the later rounds. 1 of the rifles taken out, but they continue to go towards A. With a fake of their own, DreamEaters, a smoke towards CT, but Esperanto with a multi-frag, easy 3 for him, and that's the only one left. He'll eat the 4th one. Beautiful stuff from Crazy, quite a turnaround.
Not even a little smirk or anything there from Esperanto. Robotic 4K from him. And that is such a fantastic display of skill. And that's the kind of danger that Crazy offer with their players. We've seen that Otto can do it, Nexa can do it, Esperanto can do it, Hunter can do it. Like, they're all capable of making plays like this. 4 1v1s, 4 wins. And Esperanto brings Crazy back into the buy with quite some money in the bank. The DreamEaters as well. 4 buy for them. Aggression on Banana here. Nexa goes deep with those grenades up onto the logs. Ziad from below, but Nexa will take him down. Kinky looking to follow up. He's taking lots of nade damage. Can he find anything as they retreat? Looks like he can't. They're out of there with a 5 versus 4. Maybe not. Esperanto goes back, and he's punished by Kinky.
I do wonder about that one. Well, again, if you're going to have an error in judgment, do it in round 6, not round 26. They went away securely. The spray through the smoke was nice, but now they got problems on the B bomb site. Everything's fallen to pieces. With such a difficult start for Crazy, they've gifted the round to DreamEaters, essentially. The round's over. There's no movement to be had on the A bomb site from the remaining players. Going back to the well. Smoke is not a brick wall. With so many sound cues as well as you move away, you never know what might be happening on the other side of that smoke. And 1 error has cost them all the momentum they gained from that 4K from Esperanto.
Sometimes when I look at like the bomb timer, like at the mid right of the screen, it makes you think of like downloading something with like 56K back in the days or something like that. Just like staring at the download screen. Because all my bandwidth was consumed, I couldn't do anything else. You know? I mean, this isn't too bad for Crazy, considering they won the previous round, obviously, with the saved weapons and all the nades too. They're going to have a full buy this next round also with the loss bonus that they'll continue on with. So not the end of the world, but you have to once again, you know, plaudits there for DreamEaters. The call there to go to B and explode in the timing window in which they did was fantastic. That was a great play. They hit you know, if you're you know, familiar with StarCraft, they hit a timing, you know, a specific attack whereby the opponent's weak in that particular time at that particular position. Very strong timing attack from DreamEaters. And that shows some good understanding of the fundamentals of Inferno. Oh, we get a push down middle, James. This is not looking all that fun for DreamEaters. We see Crazy love doing this, but Forrester, he's going to decapitate Hunter.
I didn't think they'd seen the barrel of the gun, but apparently they had. And there is the first frag. More difficulties now for Crazy. Also can hold this for only so long. This position is good to avoid grenade damage if some shrapnel is being thrown top mid. Corner of the wall, but indeed eventually he'll have to back off. Not an easy shot to land above the waist. That angle through the door. DreamEaters with a minute 10 on the clock. You can see them moving towards Banana now. Again, the standard stuff. Textbook, take off Banana, denial of information. There's no eyes on top mid from Crazy. And also has made his way towards B bomb site. So in that previous... oh, there are two AWPs, both on the B bomb site, though. As we mentioned on the previous Inferno yesterday, the more aggressive snipers will often creep back up top mid to find out what's going on. They are not in position to do that. Letney, however, looks like on the radar he's going to do exactly that, dropping a smoke of his own towards short, so he's got some area control, but doesn't quite have that information. Next we're on the arch position, and now the numbers come towards B bomb site. Otto will land a shot at least. Esperanto was doing better with the silence than 4. Not sure what he's up to at the moment. Also trying to buy time. There's 20 seconds to plant the bomb. There's still 2 CTs more or less on the site. They've been isolated though. Esperanto now behind the smoke. Let me take it down towards the A bomb site. There's a flank if they need it. And it's Esperanto alone, 1 versus 4. Can't stop the bomb. Trying to hold on to the AWP. $50 in the bank.
Okay, that was a huge issue. Esperanto missed so many off shots there. Even if he picks up 1, that might slow the T's down just enough that his teammate on the bomb site with the second AWP would have been able to do a little bit more damage, and then there's a retake opportunity at the very least, or a denial of the plant entirely. As you mentioned, the time was low. It looks like off the bat, out of the gate, DreamEaters are much more energized than Crazy. And one of the things that we saw yesterday in the series that Crazy played, the really long series against North, it took 5 hours, but right from the beginning, I mean, they got to start off in Mirage, and on Mirage, they got a 16-8 against North, and they got to start in their territory. And here they're starting in a position of discomfort on the very first map instead. So if Crazy are a team that can have slow starts, that is something that can be abused by the likes of DreamEaters. And look at Forrester there. He was ready for that. It didn't look like, that looked like a pure reaction. See the frustration there from Crazy.
This is a really bad start. 1 to 6 on the CT side of Inferno. Take nothing for granted in this series. While we know more about Crazy, I don't think this is in the bag.
Looks like the Danish flag behind them.
It's a Smash logo. To me. Do you mean the logo?
Yeah.
It'll just all I see is the Smash logo. Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers.
Let's go, boys!
You heard the call. 2 AWPs for Crazy. Once again, Esperanto will continue. Won't be deterred with a few shots missed here and there. It is still early. Maybe he's a little cold. People do say those hand warmers are completely useless, by the way. But maybe they work for placebo. Crouching peek with AWP, not what it used to be. There's an early frag for Crazy. Sees Fiat moving up. Beautiful peek from Nexa, holds on to the banana position. Now they can deploy some utility should they want to. In the meantime, DreamEaters going to respond towards top mid. Denial of information there. Bombs collected, moving towards second mid. So 3 versus 5 DreamEaters. And this will tell us where they are as a team at the moment. How they manage situations like this. Lost a few players early. How do they turn things around? Well, that's a good start. Otto taking out. That's a huge frag in any round.
Yeah, great stuff from Crad. The response is just as strong from Hunter, though. Smoke down on Porch to slow things down for DreamEaters, and Kinky and Forrester is all that remains. They at least have the bomb in their control. They've got a couple smokes, a flash, and a Molotov, so there's utility to work with as well. Looks like they may try to force the issue here. Like this, the Boost can jump along the ledges here to make their way forwards on these balconies. And Crazy have so many players. They should be able to cover for this. Oh, flashbang. They don't actually see the player high because he's so high above the vision. That's not a bad trade. Forrester moves forwards now, but there's so much to handle. Oh, he almost did it, though. If he would have taken down Nexa, he's on for the 1v1 clutch. That was a scary situation for Crazy. DreamEaters are looking really scary. Kinky, Crad, Forrester, those 3 in particular so far have really shown some really crazy stuff to us. And Speedak is actually the one who's also one frag behind Forrester, so they're fragging out right now.
Well, DreamEaters have nothing to lose, I would say, in this tournament. I think you could say the same thing about Crazy, but when they got so close to making it and they looked so good to make it to the Legend stage and then failed against North, I feel like they absolutely do have something to lose in that respect. And if there's any pressure, it's all going to be on Crazy. Yeah, no one expected anything of DreamEaters.
Exactly. They're the true underdogs, aren't they? The underdogs of the underdogs. Oh, that's a decent 8.5. Oh, wow, that's painful. You'll hear all the footsteps here. He's not blind at all. How many can he get? Just the one. Oh, but Nex is ready. He lines them up. And that's the bomb not at his feet, but that's the bomb down in front of him at least. And that's all the information that Crazy need.
It's a good situation for them. You can see Esperanto's move down Speedway. He can hold a flank from that position and support Arch if necessary. And Nexa can just keep an eye on things in the meantime. Another tough situation for DreamEaters, and now their money is starting to sap. Nexa's gone off the angle, however. And Esperanto's going to peek out first. Nice timing, bait and switch situation. And they still have control of the bomb. Forrester now leaves Speedak alone, 1 versus 3 with 45 seconds. 5 HP. Got to be careful jumping off this balcony at this point. There we go. Looks like he'll be saving. Not much he can really expect to do 1v3 with 5 HP. And there's a third round for Crazy. They'll survive with 3 players, which is really important for them, as they have a lot of building to do.
You mentioned the hand warmers earlier. It's I kind of like them, but you know, I read a long time ago that due to the body's want to be in homeostasis, apparently, like if you want to cool down, it's like a hot summer's day or something. It's actually a very bad thing to have a cold shower, because you're signaling your body to want to warm up as opposed to cool down. And so you should have a warm shower instead. So maybe it's the same thing, James.
Yeah, you do that. I'll stick with a cold shower. With
make you hotter, apparently.
With the hand warmers, I feel like it's just a sensation of warmth, but it's not making your hands physically warm, if you know what I mean. Like inside, where they're going to move around faster and so on. You're not going to deal with a chill in that respect. You're just going to feel the sensation of warmth, but you're not going to be like warmed up like a turtle stands in the sun until he's warm up and ready to go. 6-3, and we have Speedak with the AWP moving into the pit position. No one challenging top mid, no risks taken. In the G2 game earlier on Inferno, there was lots of aggression top mid with AWPs. But maybe we won't see so much of that in this one. Such is the timing. You have the flash, you fired a shot, you get the kill. The AWP drops immediately. Things go from bad to worse for DreamEaters in this hero AWP round. Can they even recover it? Is the next question. A big flashbang and Crad will collect. With no Kevlar though, he's got to be real careful about these peaks. Nex is there for support as well. He'll pop out when necessary. Hunter's the bait.
That stuff is all about Crad, really. In this AWP, if someone makes a step too far, a overextension of any description, Crad will be there to punish Nexa and Hunter. This is such a strong set. I think I'm going to run boost this. That is absolutely mad. Got to respect it, though. Another kill will come out, though, from Forrester's P250, so they've actually managed to pick up 1 kill at the very least.
It's interesting they went for the run boost on Arch.
Oh, dear.
Crad alone with the AWP now. I think they realized that it was a bait situation, and the guy's probably going to have support of some description, be it a flashbang or a second player there. But with nobody challenging them on short, I suppose another option was to try and burst into the site. Whatever they do, it's going to be hard and probably suicidal. There'll be a crossfire somewhere. 4 rounds for Crazy, 6 for DreamEaters. Taking care of the dangerous situations, not losing too much. And now DreamEaters back on the buy. 5 AK-47s. Plenty of utility. If they win the round, maybe they collect a sniper rifle. See if Crazy can stabilize now.
Indeed, oh, Nex is in trouble, and Kinky can finish him off. It's down to Esperanto. Good to see him connect there. I've been having the best time connecting some of these AWP shots. Oh, the flashbang. Oh, just about does it. Kinky with the follow-up again. 2 players dead at B. And that's a rotation of 2 from Crazy. Of course, they have to rotate towards B. DreamEaters, with so much time on the clock, can reset the situation. Just keep presence here. You see Sviat's firing into the smoke. And now Crazy, they've got to take big gambles. They've left Otto towards A. And we know that when Otto's warmed up, when he's firing off, he can decimate an entire team by himself with an AWP. This is a beautiful boost to counter any info play. I love this. You don't often see it set up like this.
Yeah, there's some warning in case the flashbang went over the roof. Doesn't look likely at the moment, however. They're comfortable holding their positions. Well, maybe not comfortable, but they're holding their positions Crazy. Now we see Forrester is holding an off angle. There's a big shot from Otto. And what is the response from DreamEaters? It's down to them to play this time correctly. And again, with less experience, that's going to be harder to do. You don't want to overplay your advantage. Sviat selling something towards the bomb site. We've got the Molotov towards New Box to force Hunter forward. Still 2 of the 3 players there. Smoke on the balcony. I don't know who this came from, but they should hear that Otto has jumped onto the side. Beautiful correction from him. And now Krad's got a 1 versus 2. His teammates running up the mid position, and they can call for the rotation, but he misses Krad, and there's time to plant the bomb.
Otto's done such a good job there. He got 2 pretty difficult, I mean, the second shot especially, incredibly hard to get. Giving his team a chance for a retake here, 2 versus 2. If they fail, though, Money's definitely not in the best position ever. They've got a kit onto Hunter. Hunter will be making his way first around Porch, as will Letney. He'll be joining him. Crossfire here is very dangerous. It's Hunter and Letney look to push the issue, making the sound, announcing their presence again. The crossfire is so dangerous. Sviat with a headshot angle, and Krad goes to the spray. He goes down, actually. Does Hunter realize where Sviat is? He must realize that he's in pit. He can't find the bomb. There's surely no time at this point, and Sviat will finish it off. Great round from DreamEaters again.
7-4. Crazy. They just can't keep the momentum going. They had 3 rounds in a row, but with 1 round from DreamEaters, the money is broken already. Survived with 2, 3, 4 players, but it wasn't enough in those 3 rounds. Crazy. Actually, what am I talking about? They've got a full buy. Ignore everything I just said, literally. 2 AWPs coming out once again. Numbers down. Numbers. Arabic numerals were alien to me for a few seconds, but we're back. 2 AWP, so there are some shortcomings. We see that there's double MP9 here for Crazy, and there's a big lack of grenades, so I suppose it was on the edge, but they've gone for the buy. And maybe with these big guns, they can do something. Esperanto looking for a player on the logs. He will soon find one. He's got the flick. There we go. Seems like he's warmed up a little bit. Otto delivering and boiler. Not the first time we've seen him do that, but maybe the first time in this particular game. And now they slow things down with the smoke grenades. Great response from Crazy so far.
It's quite interesting because if we look back to the games against North, Crazy did have a rough start on both the maps, like at the beginnings of both maps, but they always seem to then bring it back to an 8-7 or a 7-8. So I wonder if we'll see a similar story here, because they're on track for that. Looks like they may be able to win this one. And if they are able to eliminate all of DreamEaters, DreamEaters will not have any money. So that will be very nice. And they won't really have a loss bonus either, so they will be truly broke. Need a bomb plants. And they'll set up for that push, but as they are looking to go for the push, they get caught before they want to. And now, honestly, like walking into this crossfire is not going to be working for them. Sviat makes his way through CT. Esperanto hears him though, stops just in the nick of time, holds the angle with the AWP, waits for the timing, connects the shot. Crazy pick it up, and DreamEaters are broke.
Nerves of steel, not to take the bait with the elbow showing. Letney gets an upgrade to the AK from the Galil, I think. So 3 AKs and 2 AWPs, all of a sudden Crazy looking really strong on the CT side. Always a good indicator when you've got sniper rifles and T-weapons. DreamEaters down to the pistols. Will there be any grenades in this round? 3 Desert Eagles, 2 Glocks, not a flashbang in sight. So it seems DreamEaters will be creeping for a while. They'll have to avoid the initial assault from the likes of Crazy. Flashbang over the roof to have a look. Also knows the situation, not shy to have a peek down mid of the AWP, but he won't re-aggress. Esperanto by the car with the AWP, moving into position and back out again. Doesn't want to be too aggressive in case somebody slipped past his vision. Everyone's still alive for DreamEaters. Will there be a wide swing? The bomb being shown top mid, and they make their way up now. Molotov will create some space for Otto, but he needs to fall back because the numbers might be too great here. Oh, this is getting rough! Hunter's there to clean things up though, so is Letney. Not too much damage done. Krad in the pit in the meantime. And he didn't realize, it seems. Chance for more damage. Bad angle though for Krad. Showing his body without being able to see the situation. But there'll be 2 frags. This is more than you could expect in that situation for DreamEaters.
I was a little bit scared for a second. I'm like, Otto, what are you doing? Going for that wide peep. Then he could have actually got out of there. But he's like, I will pull out the pistol now. and commit to this. But of course, he had two teammates pushing at the same time, and that's really what made that play make sense. But of course, if he was by himself, then that would be quite crazy. But here we go, 6 to 7 as we get the catch up, comeback, the recovery, whatever you want to call it. Esperanto has changed his position, working middle now. Otto, in the meantime, is towards the B-bomb sites. It's very cool. Oh, very fast push coming in. Esperanto, there's a nice jump to evade that shot as smokes go down and they cover themselves. But there's the trade. It's looking good here for DreamEaters, but Esperanto straight through the smoke, straight through Arch, finds himself another one as Letny gets taken out, and this is looking desperate. Esperanto connecting some good shots here. 2 versus 2 after plants.
Smoke to create some space. Double AWP retake wasn't ideal. Picks up the AK instead. Otto's still got a bunch of grenades. Moving top mid, Otto. Scoped in, but we've got Sviat making his way towards Boiler. Who's going to have the right angle? They've both been seen. That's a big headshot from Otto, though. 2 versus 1 now. Speedak on the side. We've got flashes to go over the top. Speedak won't need to easily avoid it. That bomb's quite thick. They've both got kits. Haven't spotted him just yet. Rifle versus rifle now. Esperanto, can he deliver? He can. Just about time to defuse the bomb. And the score's going to be tied.
Sick round from Esperanto. He did so much for them there with that AWP, switching out for the AK at the end for the final kill. Speedak was looking on point as well. That last frag is just a little bit too off with those first few bullets. That was all that Esperanto needed to close it down. And this is it. We're 7 to 7. It seems to be crazy how crazy play games so far at this, at least from all the games we have seen. They struggle at the beginning, then they come back in the first half.
That has been a common theme.
And it always goes 7 to 8 or 8 to 7. Well, I also like how Esperanto, well, you know what? I won't even get to talk about it. Hunter's going straight into second mid. Esperanto's back to B. Great HE and Molotov damage will eliminate Kinky. They were trying to go up fast, Banana. They're getting crunched. Oh, man, the double peek, the smoke to cut off any trades. This is the very definition of catastrophe for DreamEaters.
This is absolutely crazy. They are sandwiched, and now it's Fiat versus 4. Only the one frag there from DreamEaters. The double HG down mid was cool, but there's time to talk about it after the break. We'll see you back here in a few.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Berlin Major. And we have ourselves a comeback from Crazy at the end of the first half. They picked up, what was it, something like 7 rounds of the last 8 in that first half after struggling desperately in the opening 7. So that's fantastic. Now let me move on to the T side. And I would say that the T side is where they gave North perhaps the most problems. So this will be quite interesting.
Time for Letny to wake up. He's got 3 kills at the moment. Player spotted at the bottom of mid at T ramp. Speedak saying hello through the window. And now what's next? Crazy towards top mid. There's no one there for the CT side. They've got 3 players deep on B. Rotation will be long. The landscape will be arid. But Crazy haven't committed to the A bomb site just yet. However, they do have it surrounded. They have a Molotov, they've got a smoke, they've got double flashes. Here goes the first one, there's the second one. Molotov towards the pit position, but there are different angles here. We've got a crossfire between the graveyard and the pit, won't last very long. That's a clean A bomb site.
Absolutely, this is going to be retake time now for DreamEaters, all coming up mid, and everything will be heard by Otto. What a beautiful position to play with. Esperanto chimes in as well. Letney and Crazy win the pistol. DreamEaters, they will, I mean, they do look really strong. I mean, we've seen how strong Crazy are. And DreamEaters are going to need a force buy here, I would imagine.
Poor Letney took 2 points of damage to his Kevlar. So he's got to spend $1,000 to get the helmet. I think it was Hunter who he gets the cheap upgrade to the helmet, $350. Triple Mac 10 Dan.
Mac 10s. Here for Crazy to keep the pace high. They showed a pretty good proficiency, I would say, when it comes to their anti-ecos. But look at that flashbang. That's enormous damage done to Crazy. They're down to 2 Mac 10s. They've lost the bomb. They've got to get it, and this runs away. I don't think there's really anything else they can do here. Are they going to try to get rid of some of these guns? Maybe, but if they do so, they are losing rotation time. And look at this, DreamEaters now can spread out. They've got 5 players alive. They can spread out across the width of the map. Crazy have decided to play this slow.
That's textbook stuff. That seems like a lack of focus for me from Crazy.
Yeah.
A pop flash play top mid, top banana. It's vintage. It's vintage. You shouldn't get exposed like that. Commonly, teams will have a guy playing anti-flash. They'll show some presence, show some noise. Wait a few seconds to see if that kind of thing happens, and Sviat has spotted some players potentially going towards B. You can see the off angle he's holding now. Very close with the 5-7. Okay, it's got some teammates for support. They could get cut to pieces though. Forward smoke grenade, and Crazy are stuck behind the choke point. This is a huge problem for them. 30 seconds remaining, and it's complete guesswork. They don't know what the situation is towards CT spawn. Also walking towards short, hasn't been spotted just yet, but his teammates trailing behind him. They need to stay close to trade if needed. And we've got a flank going in towards the boiler position. This may take too long, all too long. 13 seconds, there it is from the back. The bomb's on the floor. Otto now, what can he really do? 9 seconds. If he tries to plant in a smoke, it's pretty much a guaranteed frag. Oh, the knife, he's gonna miss. He could actually win this, he could actually win this! No, he can't. 2 players in that position. If he had found one of them, then who the hell knows? That was a mess.
It's pretty nice to get the money though from the bomb plant. Yeah, that's pretty shocking. And again, if we look at the scope of this series, I think it's fair to say that DreamEaters must win Inferno. It's where they are most favored. It's where Crazy are most vulnerable. And so this is really needed. The bomb plant is a big deal though. As we can see, it's going to convince Crazy, it seems, to go for a force buy. And, well, I mean, if they win it, of course, DreamEaters' economy sucks right now. So they'll be able to... I mean, DreamEaters will force buy in return. You know, we're going to get this force buy battle now. However, DreamEaters have a pretty damn strong buy with almost full utility. So what is the plan here for Crazy? They've got to get something going. See, that was some quick flashbangs to be ultra safe if there was a fast push-up banana, but there won't be. Now Crazy make their way towards top mids. Perhaps setting their sights on A.
Very back and forth start to this half. 4 Crazy players towards A. Only Hunter and Apartments. Got 3 flashes on the Crazy team. Esperanto just spotting towards mid, towards banana, sorry. Also taken out with ease by the Org. Such a tight angle for Forrester. Hard to flash him as well, but there is a trade by Letney. Holding onto the bomb. Zero-sum position. Smoking towards library. Hunter just, it's not a favorable engagement for him with the Mac 10 versus an AK. Speedak holding a smoke. Kinky moving into position. So there's some kind of crossfire for the CTs here. And there's 49 seconds on the clock. Third man in Sviat if they need him. Currently in CT spawn with a Mac 10. And the clock continues to tick. Esperanto with the Desert Eagle. He's picked up a Galil now in that arch area. And there's some curiosity. Can't get across there in time. Now Letney's got a lot to do. Look at the off angle from Speedak. That's a brutal one. Kinky, surely he instant trades if the kill is made. Oh boy. Just turns around, cannot escape. 9-9.
I like the play from Speedak there. You know, he drops that one-way smoke in pit, which is very commonly used, but he decides not to use it. And when it goes away, of course, the T thinks that he has to be hiding there. Like that's because he was playing behind that one-way, surely. But he'd actually rotated around, and that was always a bait. So I like that. It's really cool to see that level of detail. Something you guys can do at home as well, perhaps, if you're playing against opposition that know how to read into that one-way smoke. But the full save comes out from Crazy as DreamEaters win the Force by battle. Didn't last very long. 9-9, all even here on Inferno, map 1 of this series. Crazy win it. Well, DreamEaters win it, they're going to go through to the Legend stage, which for both teams is just such an achievement in of itself. Major run the dream for any Counter-Strike team or player. Premier Counter-Strike tournaments.
There's a P250 for Crazy. Ooh, Sviat's getting curious. Maybe too curious. Maybe too curious. You're up against an eco. This is what I was talking about with DreamEaters on the CT side. They like to hold W.
Oh no.
So we saw it. This is the kind of thing we saw at the minor. It was good. The previous run, it was good towards the arch position. They were trying to abuse the range. They're going to have to force their way back into the B bomb site now. Still a man advantage for Crazy. Still a horrible situation. There's a flashbang as well, and it's now Forrester. 64 HP versus Esperanto with 10. Esperanto. Oh my God! That's the P250 bought. That's the only thing they bought in this round. Absolutely disgusting. And again, DreamEaters have just eaten their own dreams. Opened the door for Crazy on Banana. And there we go.
You gotta hand it to Crazy though. Esperanto, those two P250 kills were both absurd. Especially that second one. I have no idea where the hell that came from. The first one, he was half blind as well. And indeed, they capitalized massively on a mistake from DreamEaters. And wow, I mean, how could you ever expect that to be the result? And that's awful because it has shaken DreamEaters' economy so heavily. They're going to be able to force up here, and it's going to look decent enough, but Crazy will still be in favor, and if they win this, they'll be with full momentum, and Crazy are so dangerous in that spot.
This is the biggest issue we saw at the minors. Curiosity kept killing the cat. DreamEaters just searching for information they don't necessarily need, or at least in the fashion in which they're doing it, just walking down. It was a huge problem for them at the minors. So many rounds lost. Just taking risks that weren't really necessary. Again, the round before, having range, abusing the range of the rifles and so on. Yes, it's a Mac 10, you want to be a little closer, but against an eco, there are other ways to do it. At least if you want to do that, you want to post up behind a smoke or something so you have a setup. Cryad will start well, taking Otto out.
Just a dry peek. With a flashbang.
Yeah, a little sloppy.
I think they didn't expect the AWP or something like that. They may have misread the money.
Well, there are two of them, so...
Yeah. That has to be it, because I would imagine they're flashing that if they expect an AWP. There's a flash. And another AWP shot. How do they interpret that?
Yeah, is that the same AWP that's rotated? Or is it a second one? Kinky's on a 5-7 at the moment. Really back and forth game, despite the consecutive rounds in the middle, 2 DreamEaters rounds. Either side of a Crazy pistol win and an eco win. A win in which they spent $300. 25 seconds, it looked to burst onto the B-bomb site.
Nice start from Krads, dropping down 1. There's 3 more to go though. Oh, headshot comes in from Esperanto. That's one way to do it. Sviat there with the MP9. Oh my God, Esperanto is really turning it on. Kinky though in from Bananas, doing all the damage. Esperanto has to kill everyone by himself. He's got 4 seconds. I don't know that there's enough time here for him to do it. Can't even get the next kill. And DreamEaters lock it down. Big round from them. And also denying the plan is huge. The money is just not there for Crazy.
This is really It's a very bizarre half of Inferno. Very bizarre.
I don't know that Crazy can force it here, though. I think they would have been thinking about it, but only one player with more than 2K, so they won't.
Spent a fair bit, though. Nex has gone for full armor and a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, he was the richest.
Yeah, he's still got more money than the rest of his teammates. Esperanto with the wide swing. What has he got to lose? Why the hell not? They need to dispose of this weapon.
We had a small pause from Esperanto's deadliness when he had those in a couple of AWP rounds which didn't go his way, but since that, he's looked really damn good.
No grenades for the balcony bursts. But Otto is still towards top mid. Maybe looking to wrap on one of these players. They still managed to get 2 players out with no answer from DreamEaters just yet. Now Kinky starting to deliver these frags. Forrest a close to double stack. They're both in the red, I think. Forrest is 36 HP. It's going to be a close one. He's got the cavalry here. Beautiful headshot with the USP. An expensive round, though. Only 2 of them survived, and that was an eco from Crazy. And now they can really ramp up the pressure with the AKs.
I'm actually surprised that wasn't worse, because Crazy, after taking down the AWPer, they went for the balcony burst play, which is actually pretty smart. Oh, wow, just out there with that deagle. Nicely done. But you can see here that all of the Ts get out of the balcony, and usually when that happens and they can swarm you close range, you're going to die. But Crazy didn't quite hit the shots at that point that they needed to fully capitalize, and got the buy again. A little bit awkward, the Galil on Letney, but otherwise doesn't look too bad. Locking down Banana with the deep smoke. Oof, big damage there to Letney. Now there's a couple ways you can think about this deep smoke if you're the Ts. You either decide that you don't want the CDs to have that in control and you retake it through the smoke, or you retake it after the fact. Well, or you just go for top mid control. Working out here for Crazy. They keep the pace up, it seems. They're going towards A straight away.
Lost time on the clock for Crazy. The bomb needs to be connected, though, and Sviat's about to peek from bottom mid. This is going to get really weird on the radar. You can see it's really awkward. Esperanto by Boiler. He's had to drop a smoke grenade down, and he's looking to cut off the CT rotation. This is pretty smart, actually, and Krat has no idea. Caught reloading by the bench position. That was really smart from Esperanto. He could have just got to pick up the bomb. It was behind the smoke. He gets wrecked by Sviat, but he's done the job. That was a really awesome move. While action was going on A, that was the most important thing happening, which I could see on the radar. The bomb was exposed. The timing as Sviat came around the corner was crazy. But what a play from Esperanto. 2 of the 3 players are low. The bomb is planted. He's got a kit, and he's still moving forward. Next is bottom mid. There might be a peek here, but Sviat's looking the wrong way. Letney is about to emerge from the short position. Doesn't seem like he's seen him, and Otto will do the job. And so there is the round.
It's really cool to see that what Crazy did there was they responded immediately to the deep smoke on Bananas. As I was talking about the options when that happens, because that's a moment in the round where you have to make decisions as a T side. You can't just ignore that the CTs have done that. What they get is a huge amount of information in map control. And the issue, though, is that Crazy, I don't think that there was enough information for them to know that 3 players were there. But what they did was they acted as though there were 3 players at Banana at the beginning of the round, and then they just hit A really fast. And we talked about a timing attack previously, and that's another timing attack you can go for because the rotation for the CTs is quite long. So you do actually get a window where there's only 2 on A. If you just run for it, just go for it, and you get the kills quickly, then that happens. And we're tied up again. Esperanto 22 for 10, by the way. He's having a hell of a game.
Not too shabby, but will it be enough? The score's only 11-11. Letney still really hasn't done a lot in this game in terms of damage. Started the half with 3 kills, if I'm not mistaken. Hasn't gone much further than that. His ADR is 23 at the moment. That's not very good. But no one's in danger just yet for either side. But it's not a comfortable game of Inferno for either. DreamEaters on the pistols once again. They've picked up the smoke grenades. So we'll see how much they can delay. A minute 25. There have been very uncomfortable rounds for both teams, as we've seen the way the half has gone back and forth. Minute 14. The human cannon Otto having a look towards shorts. Space created towards top Banana. Kinky has a look, makes a forward play. But they're far back crazy. Not going to fall for the same mistakes. So we see some adjustment there. Not charging up Banana and getting wrecked by a flash over the roof. They'll take it slow, but you don't want to take it too slow. And in the matches we've seen from them before, we have mentioned that their timing has been pretty good in situations like this. Around the 45-second mark, they've been pushing in towards a bomb site. Now, the smokes have been a problem for them, and the Forest has got the last one here towards the short position. And with that smoke on Banana, DreamEaters start to rotate towards A. But Crazy seem to be reading that DreamEaters want to funnel them towards A. And they'll head towards B.
All the way towards B. 20 seconds to go. And they should be fine. Only Sviat, but the utility should do the job. He's going to push through. I mean, that's all you can really do. Oh no, there's like a little bit of a one-way almost there for him. He'll take down one, but that's about it. There's no real chance for the retake to work out. They don't have a kit, but they can try to do some damage. Maybe steal away a gun. Those are two real objectives that can be achieved. Play for some exits. And this is a good spot for Crazy now. I love the confidence from Esperanto. You know, we get to see how clinical and clean his fragging capabilities are at the moment, and the confidence he has to take the fights, just standing out there at bottom Banana at the beginning of the round. And this is a really interesting game because it's one of those games where, like, all the way throughout the beginning, from all the way to this point, you're unsure, like who's gonna take those edges, who's gonna generate that momentum, who's gonna steal away a lead. I like this from Crazy. They're only going as far as they need to.
Yeah, more people need to learn that. You don't have to just run forever into close corners on Inferno where you might get wrecked by a CZ. Bottom of Banana is enough. They have one person covering as well in case there is a push. So very good awareness there from Crazy. And they take the lead. 12-11, and money's not great for DreamEaters, so they may have to concede one more. They did what they could with the smoke grenades last round. Didn't quite work out for them. This time only Sviat buys some grenades. We've got some pistols here and there. The loss bonus isn't fantastic. They're at the 2400 mark in terms of loss bonus, so the investment won't be great. Lenny not wanting to get isolated from his teammates and potentially drop a rifle. But back he goes. Nothing doing just yet. 4 players towards top mid for DreamEaters, and Sviat is holding the flash from Arch.
The bomb is down right now at the bottom of the T-Rab, so looks like Otto's going to, well, he's the closest to it. He could collect it and rotate it around, but he's got the AWP as well. But that tells us just that Crazy are, not that they're indecisive, but they're looking for information right now. They're not committed. That's a better way to put it. They need an argument, and here it could be the argument. There's a lot of players here. Hunter's there to try to defend, swing around. There's an Arch smoke that the CTs have disappeared behind. They're going to rotate towards B. That's quite smart, actually. If you possibly can, you know, it's really good to force the Ts to have to gamble onto a bomb site because you wasted time. And then you get to play some nice team play setups, some crossfires perhaps, with those pistols as opposed to dying in the open against the rifles.
Time's running a bit low here. They have 2 Molotovs. They have 1 flashbang. There's 25 seconds on the clock. They are just around the corner from the bomb site, but these things worry me, and we've seen them go wrong. They're not up against much, but look at all the different targets. How do you communicate all the bedlam? Which way to look and which way to deal with the players? 14 seconds remaining. Crazy are better than this. We've had better pushes into sites with much more time. But they ran their own clock down and they had 0 frags. They had 0 intel really at that point on where the players were. And DreamEaters will take 3 rifles away, they'll take 2 rifles away, but they've won a round they had no business winning. That was just, let's try and do some damage and keep this economy honest. I feel like Crazy just created their own errors in that round by running the time down. We gave them so much credit yesterday for doing the opposite of that. Moving in with about 45 seconds to different maps. Yes, Inferno's harder because you got more close quarters, but don't make it even harder for yourself by having no time to sort things out.
Yeah, you know, we see, I forget who it was we watched yesterday. Maybe it was Crazy, but just that on Inferno is one classic thing you do, and it just works out really well. When you know that the CTs don't have too much, you get that one player, could even have a rifle, doesn't have to have a MAC-10 or anything, but you get like a guy that can kind of, as you're set up towards a bomb site, to make sure that you avoid a stack, you get that one rifler pushing into a bomb site. Because if that rifler gets a 1 versus 1, he's probably going to win it most of the time. And if he doesn't get a 1 versus 1 and there's multiple players there, well, that's cool. You know, your team can just push into the other bomb site, knowing there's no stack there. So that's a basic, a fundamental that you see the top teams execute all the time. But that was not present there. You're right.
Imagine what the comms were like. We'll come back to it because Crab's getting aggressive. He's going to get absolutely wrecked. Takes one in the chest at close range from Otto. But now things might calm down with these Molotovs. Sviat has a smoke to deploy. He's behind the sandbags. His teammates rotating for him. Might be a flashbang. Looks like he's going to try and battle it out. He's got his gun out. And the third player rotates as well. Sviat forced forward. There's a flashbang, and they'll take control. But Otto through the wall delivers another kill. DreamEaters still holding on to the B bomb site, though.
Oh, Speedak was wise to the jumps through the smoke there. Oh my goodness. Oh my, please press it, pull the trigger. Oh wow. Such a tease that we have the X-ray.
So just imagine the comms in that previous round. They start moving into the site. They see somebody jiggling in coffin. They don't deal with him. Someone's behind fountain or pillar, and there's a player boosted, and they've got time pressure. How do you deal with all of that in about 15 seconds? You can't really, unless you have some fortune on your side. That's why they created problem for themselves based on the information they had and the timing of their push. 37 seconds in this 5 versus 3, and you do wonder if a similar thing's going to happen, because now we've got a flank from Forrester and the second player making his way towards the A bomb site. They can't deal with the player in mid. They've got to go towards the site. Kinky playing time now. They're lining up the bombs on the floor. This is brutal. We've got a player in the library now. Speedak with the AWP. Does he go through the smoke? 2 versus 3. Does he gamble? Forrester taken out. He's looking, he sees a cap, can't quite make the connection. He's going to commit to it. There's a graveyard player there, and he's got another one, Speedak. 2 kills so far. Can he really do this? This is absurd. 12 versus 12. This is a huge run for both teams. One team's going to be more or less broke. Hunter creeping around the smoke. He's spotted straight into the crosshair. Another stolen round by DreamEaters. Another one.
The composure from Speedak there was phenomenal. Those AWP shots, missing that first one, but still remaining really calm. Absolutely crisp snaps to follow that.
That was a 3 versus
really
5,
impressive.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Really impressive stuff. Yeah, that was amazing. And crazy. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways they could have done that. They made the right call to like go and hammer that A bomb site. And it's really cool that they decide to go around Arch, because you might be thinking, oh, why don't they just barrel through the porch position? Well, going through Arch as well and splitting it means that the player in pit can't do nearly as much damage. Kinky is a really good player. You know, if you all go through one choke point, he could definitely do huge damage. So they slow it down, but that was just all that DreamEaters needed to get the rotation in. And Speedak with the clutch was just a dream, I should say. Look at that.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was gangster as hell. I guess he went through Arch to avoid a potential crossfire on a short position, but again, time becomes an issue in a 5 versus 3.
Yeah.
Madness.
Going for that play through the smoke as well, you know, it looks so good from Speedak's perspective just because he's waiting for it. So it's as though it looks like it's a silly push from Hunter, but you know, you have to take risks. We saw a risk like that work out in Crazy's favor when Nexa was doing something very similar yesterday against North. So you know, you can't really criticize that. It's just an immense highlight from Speedak, and what a beautiful round to win, because as you say, you know, the money was on the line and also the confidence that DreamEaters will be afforded after such a victory. You can see the pause will come in. It's a tech pause, though, it would appear. So hopefully we can get back into it quickly.
Those are 2 huge rounds for DreamEaters.
Yeah.
Again, Crazy going to start having, they're going to be shell-shocked. After the struggles versus North on Inferno yesterday, they're in a similar position versus a lesser opponent, if you will, at least on paper. And they are 1 round behind. 2 huge opportunities falling away, and their money's in a weird spot. You'll soon see it. But these are dangerous waters for Crazy. Otto's brought up. Will it be a hero Krieg? They're going to go for the 4th buy.
Yeah, they had decent enough money to get something respectable in here, being on the T side too. Get a couple Mac 10s. Why try to hammer the banana position? They have been fairly successful when they've been going quickly towards that.
Letney still got 5 frags. He's having a nightmare.
So yeah, it's going to be a storm towards that B-bomb side. Flashbangs over the top, the running plays, and the footsteps will be heard by Sviat, who's playing close to oranges. And the rest of Crazy will be slowing it down. Now this is kind of interesting because DreamEaters are on high alert now because they're like, okay, you guys open with a rush. Obviously we stopped the rush, but the last known information for us is you probably have 5 on banana. So you see that there's a rotation of Kinky. That's 3 players on B right now. Crazy just have to wait.
Ooh, they were halfway into their execute. That's more information. A 4th person rotating now. Just before Kinky threw that smoke grenade, there were flashes going over the roof. That is very telling indeed.
Yeah, they can't rotate 4 players yet, though, because there's a minute left, and Crazy cut the noise. And they've cut the noise for quite a long time at this point. It's really hard to know what the best play is here as far as Crazy is concerned, because either the 3rd player rotates back to A after this amount of dead time, or he stays. Staying is risky, but there's a risk regardless.
There are 0 grenades for the CTs now on the B bomb site, and here comes the charge from Crazy. All the 5 players, but they're getting stopped by the first one. Fiat, he's delaying, and again, the time is low. There's no transfer, though, from the high position. Crad, what can he do? Can he get a kill through the coffins? Ooh, Esperanto taken out, and the Crad's going to play off of that. Oh my god, they've done it again. There's not even a bomb plant for Crazy in that force buy.
That AWP shot, did that come through the smoke? I don't know where that came from, but that's what convinced Speedak to go for that push. He gets the kill onto Nexo, who came off the bomb plant, and then that was a wrap. DreamEaters look like they're about to sprint to the finish here. Crazy are losing energy. They're bleeding out now.
Must have been through the smoke. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if...
Oh.
I don't know if somebody was up on the barrels looking over the smoke or something. It wasn't really on our screen, but yeah. DreamEaters have just won 3 enormous rounds in a row, and surely they're about to go to game point. This is their pick, but the fashion in which these rounds have won has got to be crushing for Crazy again. I think especially after the performance yesterday, many eyes will be on Crazy. They're a heavy favorite in this series in general for the people at home, for the people on the desk. But these 3 rounds have been a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, and with a buy like this, obviously, Crazy aren't expecting to win the round. They're thinking about the overtime. However, DreamEaters, of course, they make a mistake. And of course, Crazy will be prepared to capitalize on that. And it's unlikely we're going to see any similar mistake as to the 4 Glocks and 1 PT50 round that was won by Crazy earlier. Very safe approach with the jump peaks, just want the info. Usually a flashbang will force this player back, but there's no utility on Crazy, so they can't do much about this.
I can't remember if the noise of your knife hitting the wall travels further than the jump. Because if it does, I feel like it's free information as to your intentions, but the bait... Well, you've got to find the kills as well. It'll get 2. Is it worth it? We'll have to find out in a few seconds or so. 35 seconds, and Crazy considering their options, it seems. Can't take too long about it, though.
Given that they have no utility, taking down the numbers feels worth it to me, at least, because the numbers is where they have the most advantage.
At least the slowdown has put 2 CTs back towards the A bomb site. It was more or less a full rotation. Bell's being rung, but the bomb's not going to get planted. Just the 1 kill, and it's game point for DreamEaters.
They're almost there. Almost over the line on Inferno. If they get Inferno, I feel like we're destined for a 3-mapper, and DreamEaters there have been moments where it looked like they were being quelled by Crazy's strength and some of the clutches that they were coming in with, but they've managed to show resilience and composure, and here we are, DreamEaters with a chance to make this one work. Decent enough buy from Crazy, a little bit light on utility, but enough. They're going to go for the banana hold here. Siats goes straight forwards, and Speedak as well delivers a headshot. DreamEaters 4 versus 3. Still, though, 3 players of Crazy with some utility, so they can slow things down here. They don't have to... This doesn't have to be the end.
3 versus 4. Crowd showing lots of presence on the banana position. And he has got another smoke in the hole to waste yet more time, or he can just jump spot and put it in later. Seems like it will be the latter. Molotov deployed. Speedak's vision is obscured. A Molotov from him as he quietly moves away. Kinky moving towards the B bomb site, unsure as to what exactly is going on at the moment. Speedak's got AWP on Arch. Forrester dealing with shorts. Scoped in with Jorg. It's brutal. Despite the nerfs, create space to the smoke, but he doesn't have the info as to where the last 2 players are.
Very desperate now for Crazy. Speedak will whiff on that shot. There's no recovery from that one. Lenny will take him down. Hunter's in position as well. They can likely predict that there's a player in pit or on the sites or graveyard. These are probably the 3 most likely positions that they could expect. Looking towards the pit position, they know it's not safe. Forrester waiting for the right time to peek out. There's a stepping, goes for it. That's not perfect. The bomb's going to go down, but the incendiary is going to leave them nowhere to stand. Kinky goes for the punish, takes down Letney. It's just Hunter left. He's got himself 1. There's 2 more to go. The bomb's ticking away. And the CT slow it down. He knows one's in pit. 27 HP for Forrest. Forrest, I should say. Hunter knows one's coming from balcony as well. He's got all the information, just has to connect the shots. 13 bullets to go, forced into the corner. They know that he's there, they can close it down, and it's a good effort, but it's not enough. And DreamEaters are gonna get the defuse. They've done it 16-12. They've taken Inferno from Crazy.
With some huge rounds nonetheless towards the end. Absolutely crazy. The rounds they strung together. Crazy will feel like they let that one slip. They had to go into that with confidence, especially in this late round, but too many errors, too many exploits from DreamEaters put them 1-0 up in this series. I thought Crazy were going to take that one.
Yeah,
until those fateful rounds.
There are a lot of moments from them, very big moments, mistakes where they punish, like that P250 Glock round. That should never have been a mistake from DreamEaters. That was kind of heinous, but even still, you know what I mean. That's really what's impressive to me, I think, James, is the resilience and composure from DreamEaters. They look so dialed in and focused from start to finish that I mean, it's so exciting to see the transformation from the minors to the major. This is brilliant.
It is really, really crazy. We're going to head to a break. Everyone's going to catch their breath after that one. More action to come.